Hello, Internet dwellers, and welcome to Top Shelf Disney Animation Studios Library Podcast, where we are watching the selected films of the Disney Library from Snow White to Moana and whatever comes after that. I'm your host, TC DeWitt. Jeff is out for a personal matter, and he will be returning for our regularly scheduled episode next week. But we don't want to leave you all without some Disney fun and some of us talking at you. So I'm here with another bonus episode, and instead of just talking to you by myself for an hour, I am joined with two very special guests. Hello, gentlemen.
Hello, hello.
Hello.
They're good. And you guys don't sound alike, so people won't be confused.
Oh, fantastic.
Should we sound more alike so that they are confused?
Yes.
Do you
Yes.
want to work
I
on
like that. I like that idea.
synchronizing our
I don't
voices?
know where to begin doing that.
So they can't tell us apart.
All right, well, let me introduce these. Well, so first, because I just don't feel this show works without Jeff involved, or rather a Jeff, our first guest here is my birthday brother
Yep.
and fellow tall, skinny, curly-haired
Yeah,
fella.
hitting all the points.
It's a clone-spiracy.
It's a conspiracy. Jeff Citron, how you doing?
Good, man.
Did I
Thanks
pronounce your
for having me on.
name
You
correctly?
got it. Yes.
Jeff, am I saying that right?
Yeah.
Jeff.
Happy to be here to fill the void of Jeffs.
Do you feel much pressure having to fill in for all Jeffs as you're on?
I currently represent all Jeffs.
Okay, well, that's why you wore the uniform, I suppose.
Yep.
Yep. And our other guest, the other voice you were hearing,
Hi.
is writer, director, actor, storyteller, guru of all things nerdy and geeky,
Oh,
Mr. James Burzelic. Jim,
hello.
how are you doing?
Good. I'm a guru. I'm doing good. I'm a guru now.
He got a lot of stuff. I only got
Tall, skinny.
tall,
well,
skinny, and Jeff.
I'm not tall or skinny, so
My-
enjoy them.
You're my birthday brother, and you have a uniform for all Jeffs. Thanks for joining me, guys.
I'll take it.
Okay, cool. Actually, now, Jeff, I've actually mentioned you on the podcast before because we watched Hercules together
Yes, we did.
just a few weeks ago. So you have been brought up on the cast at least.
All right.
And Jim, everyone knows about you because everyone needs a Jim.
Well, that's true.
It's true.
Not everyone knows they need a gym, though.
But once they know they know
Mhm.
they know that they never knew it, but now they know it.
It's true.
Yeah.
And let's be honest, a gym really refers to me. Everyone needs me.
So I know at least you're a fan of Hercules, but Jeff, are you a fan of Disney animated movies?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, when you got here today, you were like, I just watched Moana in that voice. It was weird.
I don't remember it the same way, but yes, I
Yeah.
did mention
Agree to disagree.
Well,
having
you know-
just watched Moana. I'm usually pretty far behind on seeing stuff, but yeah, thoroughly
That's
enjoyed
fun.
it.
Yeah, okay.
Thoroughly enjoy pretty much every Disney movie I've seen. So
Even Pirates of the Caribbean 5?
that I've seen.
Okay, that you've seen. Good.
That I've
Good.
seen.
There we go. And Jim, are you a Disney fan?
I did not enjoy Pirates of the Caribbean 5. Yes, I am. It's like when you ask that, it's almost kind of hard to say that you are or are not when you kind of just grew up so ubiquitously with it in your life.
Yeah.
It's like
Such a
It's
part
the
of
same-
everyone's lives. That,
yeah, like
grew up in the
do you
80s or
do
the
you
90s.
enjoy
the
do you enjoy
glory
that
years.
sound that's always been there?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know what it's like without the sound there.
Yeah.
So that's a fair point. I'm always surprised when I meet people who haven't seen at least a couple of especially the classics, the Renaissance era, which I say we're officially out of as we're recording this. This episode goes between Mulan and Tarzan. Now, hardcore Disney fans say Tarzan's the end of the Disney Renaissance. Well, to be determined because we haven't aired that episode yet. But I say Mulan was. So,
What's after Tarzan?
well, we get into Atlantis and Dinosaur and
Fantasia,
2000.
Okay. Yeah, okay. I could see Tarzan being in either or both. Perhaps it's the transitional period.
Yeah, it's the kind of
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, that's not what this conversation is about. So, so with both of you are actually perfect subjects for the subject matter
You keep flattering us.
that we are going to be That's because I'm about to challenge you.
Oh, that's fair.
And I need to establish you as trustworthy and likable, so that when
Oh.
people start disagreeing with your opinions, they're at least like, they were so funny at the beginning, now they're jerks.
Gotcha.
But for you guys and for any of our listeners who might not know, a listener posited a question to us earlier in the series, probably like the first dozen or so of episodes we had watched, and they tweeted at us who we thought would win in a Wizards Duel between all the magic users up to the film at that point. Since then, we have updated our list as we've gone along with all the magic users in the library so far. And today, we are going to have our second duel of every sorcerer, incantator. That's a word, right?
It is.
And magic user from Snow White to Mulan. And you two are going to debate to determine who's the champion of this library. Sound fun?
It does.
Yes.
That sounds like joy.
I do have a couple of questions before we dig into this. So, where are they fighting? So, our first Wizards Duel, we just agreed that they met on a standard American football field and started fighting. So, do you guys want that to be the battle arena? Because the arena matters. An open field? Do you want to just stick with
Sure.
standard?
Open
100?
field is good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Secondly, is this to the death? Are we going to have these characters fight to the death?
How was it? How was the first one?
I don't think we went out of our way to say, oh, this is to the death. It was just a matter of who would overpower who and how far would they go. Because we are dealing with heroes and villains here. So if we want to fight to the death or to the submission or to the defeat.
To the pain.
To the
To the
pain. To the pain. What would you guys like to do?
Well, I actually think, like you said, because there's heroes involved, and heroes wouldn't necessarily fight to the death. I just caught up. I just realized why you asked that question, because that could be a weakness of theirs.
Yeah.
Aha, see? Okay, I'm catching
You
up.
can take that into an account. Take that
Yeah.
into account then while you have these people face off, because there are heroes on here who have killed.
Sure.
So, I suppose we'll see when the matchup happens
I guess, yeah.
to determine how the fights end. Okay.
Sure.
And then the last question I want to ask for you guys is: there are a couple characters on here that may need to handicap or to be disqualified. If they are too powerful to thus negate the entire point of this, should we disqualify them? Should we create a handicap? I say this because there are gods on this list.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, I like the idea of you're almost got there on your own. Essentially, you're suggesting a second weight class.
Yeah. So I've randomized these brackets, so I put all 32 characters onto this list. I randomized it. I generated the bracket. We're going tournament style with no buys, single elimination.
Sure.
But there may be some matchups on here where you're like, oh, come on. Now there will be some way to determine which version of these characters we're looking at, because some of these characters' abilities are altered over the
Okay.
course of their films.
Sure.
So we'll do our best to keep it to the Disney Animation Library as these characters are known. But when we come to those little hiccups, we will converse about it. All right? You ready, Jeff?
I'm ready. Let's do it.
All right. You ready, Jim?
I'm here. Ready is a status that I always try to live. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. I was going to be super clever, and then it did not. So that answers the question. I'm not ready.
You're not ready.
Not ready at
but
all.
Now you're ready.
Nope.
Okay. All right, well, we'll just jump right in. So the first matchup we're going to, this is a very lopsided matchup, and here we go. We have Hades, Lord of the Underworld of Greek or Roman mythology. Though he is a god, he does not display much physical prowess. He relies more on manipulation and the work of his demon minions. In mythology, however, Hades is one of the most powerful Greek gods. He's rivaled only by his brothers Zeus and Poseidon. He's able to lock souls into curses that he controls, and he can condemn people to an eternity in the underworld. So that is Hades as we know him within Hercules. And he's going up against Peter Pan. Not exactly a magic wielder. He is immortal. Peter can fly without any assistance from pixie dust, and he can travel through time and space at will. So, Hades versus Peter Pan. Begin.
Peter Pan can travel through time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. He can. For those who may not have ever read Peter Pan or are aware of the mythology, all this has happened before. And
Way to call me out.
No, that's fine. That's for there are listeners as well who did not realize that Peter Pan could travel through time and space, but he can. The first line in the book Peter Pan is, "All this has happened before, and it will happen again."
Is that said in the movie? Like, are we limiting ourselves to movie canon?
Not necessarily.
Okay.
I'm allowing some breathing room in terms of what the movies offer versus what the mythology offers. I will cut it off on some aspects. Peter Pan does show himself capable of being immortal and traveling through time and space, in that he. And now listeners of this will be shocked that I'm even referencing this, but the sequel, he goes and gets Jane, Woody's daughter. So. Sequels are usually off the table for me, but I'm willing to stretch this for the sake of this fight. Okay. Otherwise, Hades would just wipe the floor with Peter Pan.
Sure.
So, we got the swashbuckling, flying fairy boy versus the Lord of the Underworld. What do you think?
Lord of the Underworld.
Ooh, got straight up call out here for Hades.
Well, we got a whole bunch of things to get through, so I think I'll put up a fight on every single one.
Okay.
Could one argue that one of Peter Pan's abilities is the ability to defy authority figures?
Yes, he certainly.
And could one argue that Hades is an authority figure?
Even going so far as Hades is kind of comparable to Captain Hook in his instability. And if Peter can do anything to Captain Hook, it's drive him bananas. And Hades can lose his crap all the time, right? Like he just keep it together, Hades, keep it cool, right? So that is a power towards Peter, that he would be able to irritate Hades. And Hades has proven himself irritable. Got some gifts for you guys to look at to help you determine what's happening here.
You see, he's there. He's losing his
he's
losing his top, and Pete's just flipping a dagger.
What degree would you say that factors into things when Hades can just burn Peter Pan alive?
Peter's pretty
do any number of cosmic type god level stuff.
Now, true. That is true that Hades, through his mythology, is capable of doing some pretty awful things. But now I will limit it down. I will pare him down to the Hades we've seen in Hercules itself.
Sure.
He seems far more limited in his abilities than historically or mythologically he would have. So he might not be as powerful as the god the god Hades would be. But how would Peter even defeat this guy? I mean, stab him? I mean, what is he gonna? He would have to trick him into falling in the underworld like Hercules did, right?
Yeah, I mean that's the only thing we're given in the movie as far as what you would use to defeat someone like Hades. He can't really die per se.
Jim, you thinking?
I don't know that Peter Pan can die either. He's already at the very least immortal as far as aging goes.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. And we've never seen him get injured.
If I may draw from the text again, he does almost die by drowning.
You're not allowed.
Okay. hey, this is my show. Because Peter is about to die in the books. He's about to drown, and he decides that the greatest adventure would be to live, and that willpower to live is what gets him, pull him up by his bootstraps to survive nearly drowning and dying.
Wait, so he doesn't die.
He doesn't.
He decides to not be injured, is what you're saying.
He decides to live.
He decides.
Is Peter going to beat Hades? We got to vote for Hades over here, and I think you're leaning towards...
So Hades decides to set Peter on fire, and then Peter's on fire, and then decides, I don't want to be on fire anymore, and stops being on fire.
So does Peter win? I mean, how does...
See, that again, that's a hard one, because Peter's notion of winning is really just to perpetually antagonize.
Yeah.
And that is what... He basically... He would upset Hades, go, I won, fly back to his
his hidey hole,
his
right?
hammock.
Yeah.
Wait till tomorrow and come do it again.
So Hades is actually a perfect replacement for Captain Hook. Is
Yeah.
what you're saying.
I am.
And he's more magical. So who wins in that scenario? Peter wins just by the fact that he gets to be in an eternal battle with Hades. Is what
Yeah,
you're saying.
which is the only thing he's ever wanted.
Right. So Jeff, what Jim's saying here is that Hades could probably defeat Peter, except for the fact that Peter wants this to go on forever. So great
Sure.
first match, guys. Now, but you're a fan of Hades.
I am.
I'm a fan of Hades too, and I know all Jeffs are a fan of Hades.
So I'm
I
alone
would
in
say
the
that
Neverland?
if all cards are on the table, Hades isn't allowing this to go on forever. He's
gonna end it.
he's gonna end it.
Oh, Jim, the thinking is happening. The wheels are turning.
I can somewhat respect the magical ambiguity that we're giving Peter Pan here, but
It's still a god. Versus
cards on the table. Hades overpowers Peter Pan.
I would ask you this, Jim: is Peter Pan an imp? Would that be fair to say that he's an imp of sorts?
like the figurative definition, trying to pin Peter Pan to the classical definition of imp isn't really.
I figured
fair.
out how Hades would defeat him. He'd recruit him.
Hmm.
Hades wouldn't try to kill him because he'd just be annoyed. He'd figure out a way to manipulate Peter into working for him. Because that's what he did to Hercules. That's what he did to Meg. That's Hades' true power, is that he can trick everyone. That he can manipulate people
to corrupt.
to corrupt them. Yeah, and Peter is corruptible.
Yeah.
I think Hades wins.
Okay.
Yeah, just on that. Just on the fact that now Peter works for Hades.
Sure.
So if you guys need to pull a wild card on the next Hades fight, he's got Peter as a sidekick.
We're creating a canon.
All right, I'm giving it to Hades. All right, so let's move on to the next matchup. Okay, boom. All right, so this one should be quick. All right, coming in next, the three stone gargoyles from the Hunchback of Notre Dame and Confidants of Quasimodo. They are made of stone and appear to be bound to their home in Notre Dame. Though they turn into stone in the presence of nearly all others, they are able to participate in the battle of the cathedral, even taking out many of the attackers. Their abilities also appear to be able to use cartoon contextual-based powers, such as reaching behind your back and pulling out a frying pan. Versus Grandmother Willow from Pocahontas. The soul of Pocahontas' grandmother captured and contained in a willow tree, which appears to be the extent of her magical powers.
Oh, man.
So a bunch of wisecracking gargoyles who may or may not be trapped in a tower versus a tree woman who is trapped in her tree. Who wins?
Are they trapped in the cathedral?
May or may not be. There's no
Okay.
indication of whether or not they can leave the cathedral.
Assuming they're not,
Then that's-
trees make for mighty good perching spots.
Yeah, yeah.
So I would say off the bat that they just win by perching on her, and they're gonna talk till the end of her days and annoy the crap out of her.
Another annoying,
So-
annoyed to defeats. To the pain, no. To the annoyance. Jim, do you think gargoyles trump sentient tree?
Based on those descriptions, yeah, the gargoyles win, right? Because at the very least, we need to be able to transport them to the battlefield.
Yeah.
Thus, it is assumed that we can do that. It's not that they cease functioning when removed from Notre Dame.
I mean, what's the argument for
Grandmother
For
Willow.
Grandmother Willow?
The
Her-
argument is we gotta be missing something, right?
She literally is
Perhaps
no
her-
help. Like, she has no foresight. She has no omniscience. She just
very wise,
she
right?
Can just, yeah. She,
I mean,
and even at that point, she's not very wise.
Might she be
Sure.
like one of the old gods from Game of Thrones?
No, she's
a-
Pocahontas.
she's a tree.
She's a face in a tree. Yeah, that's.
She's
face
I
in
mean,
a tree.
maybe that's some spoilers for Game of Thrones, but
she's Pocahontas'
it's-
mom's mom.
yeah, without trying to magic up some of our own powers for her and
Yeah.
suppose things. The gargoyles, I think, pretty much have this.
Okay.
So.
Gargoyles for the win. All right. So next up, Pan's fairy sidekick, Tinkerbell. Tink has her pixie powers, which appear to be super strength and the ability to empower others to fly. And she's going up against three other fairies, Flora, Fauna, and Merryweather from Sleeping Beauty, Princess Aurora's protectors, these three women have several powerful abilities, including size manipulation, flight, transfiguration, and the ability to bless other peoples and objects with powers and traits. Tinkerbell, the young, youthful pixie girl, versus these three old ladies. Who wins this fight? Now, Sleeping Beauty, have you seen it?
Long
Okay,
time
It's
ago.
been a while.
You may forget that these three are kind of idiots. I do want to put that out as a detriment, and I'm not pulling for Tinkerbell
Sure.
or them. I'm just laying down the facts here, because Tinkerbell's weakness is her jealousy.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so fairy versus fairies, youth versus age.
Well, honestly, just based on the power list, because I'm assuming our combatants know the stakes that they're being put into.
Yeah.
I think the biddies win.
Yeah, I mean it's tough to make an argument for Tinkerbell when the three just really seem to have greater powers based on the universes that they're in and how their powers are defined. And three is greater than one.
Yeah. Even being able to go down to Tinkerbell's size, they don't have to, but they could. I think the Tinkerbell would have speed on her side.
Yeah.
And physical strength, which she does prove to have. But other than that,
And as bumbling as they may be, that's
I don't know if you can outfly magic.
yeah.
all right. Well, let's go on to the next matchup then, which I just accidentally closed the window. So,
All right.
let's go over here. Boom. Okay. All right. So next up, this one might take some discussion here. So first up, the most powerful of the Greek gods, Zeus himself. He has a number of powers. Most famously, he can chuck and wield lightning bolts. He can also control the weather, causing rain and huge storms. Additionally, he created Pegasus out of clouds. Okay? We may need to handicap him because he is literally the god of the gods, right?
Yeah.
Versus the Blue Fairy from Pinocchio. This benevolent and angelic fairy uses her magic to turn a puppet into a living being and then into a real boy. Zeus versus the Blue Fairy. Now, is the Blue Fairy an angel? No, it does say she's a fairy. Where does she draw her power from? We don't know. Could be from two different mythologies. Okay. So this is one of those situations where we may need to handicap Zeus.
Has Zeus ever told a lie?
Well, I mean, historically.
Yes. Yes, he has.
The conviction that he would feel in the face of the Blue Fairy, she could lay some pretty
damage on him.
hard truths, some hard wisdom on him.
Yeah.
If he's got any character flaws.
Now, if we consider Zeus from Hercules itself, he is, he does not appear to be the Zeus of mythology, which is the.
That's the one I'm more going off of, and this matchup goes several strange ways.
Certainly not as benevolent as.
So you're saying there's another
movie.
child at the end of this situation. If you go from classic Zeus,
and then you got to go back to the classic Zeus versus Hera again, or I'm sorry, the Blue Fairy versus Hera, as it actually usually turned out.
Hera would be pretty upset. Yeah.
Yeah.
This Zeus is monogamous to Hera.
Okay.
To the point that Hercules is actually Hera and Zeus's child. Not,
that's
not a demigod.
So he's not. He's a full-on god.
We'll get to that when we get to Hercules.
Okay. That's
so handicapping him that he's not the a-hole Zeus from mythology. He's actually a little more grandfatherly. When it comes down to fighting Hades at the end of Hercules, he doesn't need assistance. Like, he's not taking him on himself. All the gods help.
well, it is his brother.
Yeah. So
It's going to be comparable powers, and them gods are weird.
yeah.
Like, I'm the god of all of you. But,
I mean, what are we
we're
defining the Blue
competent.
Fairy's powers as?
Well,
Animation
she does.
and kind wisdom.
Right. She does appear out of the clear blue. No pun intended, I suppose. She's able to magic objects into existence because she does give. She makes clothes for Jiminy Cricket and bestows him with a medal that shows he's a conscience. She's able to appear anywhere. because she finds Pinocchio. She can tell he's lying. She's able to bring life to a puppet, both making him animate and actually turning him into a living, breathing boy.
Well,
Zeus can do all that too.
True.
he made Pegasus out of
clouds.
clouds.
So is the Blue Fairy not standing a chance against the big dog over here?
I mean,
I'm trying
you
to find
I think you can
something-
speculate, but I think Zeus is the pretty clear
Yeah.
winner here.
Okay. Jim, do you need
His raw power
No,
level is
yeah.
just too great.
Yeah, I think yeah.
even limiting Zeus to the Zeus from Hercules,
Yeah,
Yeah.
he is still
he's
overpowers
extremely
the Blue
powerful.
Fairy. Okay.
Mhm.
That may not be the end of the Blue Fairy, though. That'll be a discussion as we get down the line here. Next up, a matchup. Right, here we go. Mad Madam Mim from The Sword and the Stone. Mad Madam Mim is a witch determined to hold the title as the greatest sorcerer of them all, whose powers quite possibly rival Merlin himself. Overconfidence, nevertheless, proves her biggest flaw. She holds a firm grasp on all witchcraft and has metamorphosis, invisibility, shape-shifting, size-changing, and terrible breath. And she's going up against the sea witch herself, Ursula, the manipulative sea witch and the sinister sister of King Triton. She uses her potions and spells to trap merfolk into lifelong contracts. She has proven herself capable of many forms of magic, including transfiguring herself into alternate forms and sizes. Ursula versus Mim. Two badass B-words. Who's the winner?
Is this Ursula with a trident or without a trident?
Do you think she would need the trident to go up against Mim?
I think she was only able to become large, like the gigantic size,
Yeah.
because she had the trident.
Okay. So she would not have been able to accomplish that feat of her ability without the trident in hand. Okay. Do we want to give her the trident to go up against Mim?
Let's say we argue for it without the trident, and then maybe we can.
Okay.
I actually think
Maybe
it
we can
doesn't
do
matter.
a
I think
round
either
two.
one Mim wins.
Mim
I-
wins.
You're getting ahead, and I want to make some points here, but
All right.
yeah, that's,
You don't
that's
just wanna-
probably going to be my
This one, we're done. Move on.
decision as well. I mean, it's Ursula's powers are very, traditional, mysterious spell type
She's
things, and
spell
there's a lot of
wielder.
yeah, there's a lot of ambiguity. There's a lot of I don't want to say her spells and powers are so drawn out, and I'm going
It's
to have this
it's like
very
ritual
I'm gonna have
contract
this
magic.
very large ritual to steal a girl's voice.
Ritual
Where-
contract magic.
Mim is very bam bam bam, like
She's nuts.
she's
too.
just
Yeah.
got power coming out of everywhere, and very just change into whatever.
She can change into any animal creature,
Yeah.
or she changes into a dragon.
She
and she rivals Merlin in.
she held her
magic.
own against Merlin,
Yeah.
and yeah,
Spoiler. I mean,
gonna give this to
Yeah.
gonna give
And
this to Mim,
Ursula.
Man.
Ursula got stabbed by a boat.
and really, I mean,
it was an angry boat.
It's
A
very,
boat.
very angry boat.
Very angry boat.
if you give her the trident, I still think Mim wins.
Because that's when she was stabbed by a boat.
Yeah, if anything, if anything, she was less
By
powerful
the
with it.
power of Grayskull. All right. So Mim for the win.
Yeah.
Over Ursula, yes.
I do like Ursula.
Yeah.
She's
There are many
She's
Ursula would
she's
defeat.
very maniacal.
Mim
she's
is just not one.
a great villain, but Mim wipes the floor with her. The
All
sea
right.
floor.
the seafloor. And next up, okay, here we go. Okay, next up, we have the strongest of all mortals and even stronger than many of the gods, Hercules. The deciding factor in the triumphant victory of the Olympians over the Titans and Hades, he is the last mortal son of Zeus and Hera, though externally driven and heroic. Offsetting his strength is his lower intelligence, easily tricked by a pair of goo-goo eyes. Also, his magical animal sidekick Pegasus. I'm going to allow him to have Pegasus in this fight because he's going to need all the help he can get. Phenomenal cosmic power and itty bitty live in space. The only known limitations of the genie are his inability to make people fall in love, kill anyone, and his dislike of bringing people back from the dead. I don't like doing it, so don't ask! Other than that, his powers appear to be limitless, stretching beyond time and space. Hercules versus Genie. Before we start, do we need to handicap the Genie?
Probably, yes. Hercules.
Okay, we could go post-lamp Genie.
Oh, that's not enough.
He's still too powerful?
He still has all his powers.
Hercules is very strong and has a superior fighting skill. If he's with Pegasus, he can fly.
But he's going up against...
Trained by one of the greatest hero trainers of all time. But he's going up against someone who's, established very literally has phenomenal cosmic power.
Okay, so and now worry about the Genie. Is the Genie just going to be across the board unstoppable? Like just
he's a heavy hitter for sure.
Even
and
think of the ones
I would
with,
expect him to go
the distance.
very.
That's a Hercules pun.
You know what would defeat the Genie?
What's that?
Ritual contract magic.
Okay, now here's the thing. Because it's Hercules, he wouldn't be able to do this. But if it were another character who might have the wits about them to get the lamp, they could defeat the Genie.
Oh, I see.
Right. I don't think that's why I'm even going to give Hercules his lack of intelligence.
Sure.
Not that he's a complete idiot, but he's not the sharpest tool in the shed.
I mean, you would have to go post-lamp Genie to even have him fight anybody, right? Otherwise, he's bound by whoever his current master is.
That would be his one handicap then.
Okay.
If the lamp is available.
Well, then in that case, he loses against everyone.
If they're smart enough to get the lamp.
What a strange... Well, but
he's more powerful with the lamp, but he's bound by it.
Well, now how has he been summoned in our combat to fight?
Oh, jeez. That might be a question not worth asking then, because that breaks it.
Yeah. Well, which is why you then would have to go post-lamp.
Okay, so post-lamp, then
now he's freakazoid. He's unstoppable.
Okay, so then before we proceed with this matchup, do we need to disqualify the Genie? Is there any way to defeat the Genie in your mind?
Other godlike characters.
Okay, so we can leave them on the board for now.
Sure.
Wow, it's really kind of weird. I'm actually thinking a lot of the people we've already said lost would defeat him. Like I think the Blue Fairy would have powers comparable to him. She wasn't as flashy and goofy as him, but I think she showed the potential of having similar powers.
Let's keep the Genie on the board then. What do you think, Jeff? Sorry, Herc.
Yeah.
Yep. Genie.
From hero to zero. That was another Hercules pun for you. Did you like it? I'm looking at you, Jeff.
I got it. I won't comment on whether or not
moving
I
on.
liked it.
We're getting into some lesser gods here, or lesser magic users here. Jose Carioca. Who? Donald Duck's Brazilian friend from Saludos Amigos and Three Caballeros, possessing standard cartoon abilities, including drawing contextual items from the clear blue. Versus Mushu the Dragon, scrawny, tiny, orange, accented Chinese dragon with slight flame-spitting abilities. Chinese dragons traditionally symbolize potent and auspicious powers, particularly control over water, rainfall, typhoons, and floods. The dragon is also the symbol of peace and strength and good luck for people who are worthy of it. It is not clear if Mushu has any of these abilities. He is, however, asked to wake up the ancestors and the great dragon with a tiny little gong. Cartoon magic versus tiny dragon.
That could actually lead to an effective immortality and an effective invulnerability.
Using cartoon?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I really want to side with the dragon, but if you say that it's cartoon abilities like that, that can withstand a whole lot of stuff.
All right. If we're gonna go that far, though, if we're gonna agree that cartoon ability is an ability, then I want to put it in his power level is based on his popularity. We're going Tiny Toons rules.
If that's the case, I can confidently say Mushu.
Yep.
You're gonna go Mushu? You both gonna
If
go
that's
Mushu?
if that's the case, then yeah.
Well, I didn't mean to handicap him so much to like erase him, because you have to also keep in mind Mushu has like no strength. He shoots a little bit of fire.
I do keep thinking, but he's a dragon, so like the potential's there, and he'll grow into it. But the fight isn't later; it's now.
Yeah. They're both goofy dudes, that's for sure. And Jose Carioca is very famous south of the border. He may not be famous to us Americans, but
Well, you did put him on an American football field.
It's true. It's a football field.
Football. Now you are swaying my opinion now.
Mm-hmm. Jeff, what do you think?
I mean,
You sticking with Mushu the Dragon? You gonna go cartoon?
it really depends on how powerful Jose is based on his. If we're basing it on popularity,
Look how confident he is spinning that umbrella.
I mean, contextual cartoon powers are basically limitless.
True.
So,
But
yeah, I mean, if we're assuming his popularity is at a level where, you would expect him to have powers similar to Bugs Bunny or whoever, then yeah, I would put him over Mushu. I'm gonna go with Jose then.
You're gonna stick with Jose?
I think so.
All right. We'll see if he lasts any much longer than that. I kind of
Contextual cartoon nonsense beats very weak dragon powers.
True, but I don't know if cartoon contextual nonsense, as you call it, is going to go up against like a serious threat bad guy. Like that won't, unless they're flappable, such as Hades.
Sure.
I don't know. We'll see. So he remains in the tournament. I think this next fight is a quick one.
Okay.
First, we're going Yensid, the sorcerer Yensid from Fantasia, whose abilities are not entirely clear, but he is clearly very powerful. With his hats, his untrained and unworthy apprentice is able to bring a broom to life, a broom that became an unstoppable self-replicating force of nature. So Yensid from Sorcerer's Apprentice versus Rafiki from Lion King. I had 32 seeds to fill, and I needed one more guy. Rafiki doesn't necessarily display any magic. He's more of a shaman and a medicine man with the abilities to heal with medicines. He is also somewhat of a philosopher and with the possible ability to see the afterlife and communicate with the dead. Though this is also speculative, he is shown ability in martial arts.
Yensid.
Yensid. Sorry, Rafiki. I told you that would be a quick one. Poor little monkey. Okay, another quick fight. Magic Carpet, possibly immortal. Carpet is sentient, though silent. He can fly at near speed of light, as shown through traveling around the world in one night on a whim of his master, Aladdin. Versus Merlin. Do I need to explain Merlin? Mentor of Arthur, Sword in the Stone, Merlin is immensely powerful wizard, albeit a touch absent-minded. He can travel through time and space, shapeshift, and knows of future technology and events with the ability of foresight. A Carpet versus Merlin.
Is there anything that Carpet can do to Merlin that would even be remotely crippling?
Merlin might find him
He
fascinating.
could.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, if we're putting him in a fight,
I'm just remind me. Was Merlin in any way limited to somatic components, hand gestures?
He had to speak. He had to
speak.
Yeah, and he did, and he does have a wand.
All right, speak. Because I was thinking, Carpet could wrap him up to the point that he couldn't.
He couldn't speak.
He couldn't use his hands.
Okay.
But I guess he could muffle him. But I for whatever reason, I feel that wouldn't be enough.
Yeah.
Like if Merlin can still even just mutter, like.
Pick up this. Pick up this. Pick up this.
Yeah, just like.
yeah. To what end does muttering affect his ability to cast a spell or not?
I believe not at all.
Yeah, I'm going with Merlin on this.
Yeah.
All right.
Sorry, Carpet.
I
You're a
figured
good
as much.
guy.
Carpet's great. He's a cute character. But,
I mean, really, he would probably just be fascinated by him and use him as
I use some sort of
Yeah.
mechanical
Rug and
device.
his tower.
Stop it. Archimedes is just watching the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. All right, so next fight we have a guardian angel. Johnny's angel from Johnny Appleseed, the movie Melody Time. is one of the hashtag package films. Johnny's Angel shows the abilities of standard ghostly entities, flight, teleportation, transfiguration, and intangibility. And this angel is going up against a couple of devils. Pain and Panic, a pair of pint-sized imps and minions to Hades. They can perfectly transfigure into any form of their choosing at will, including human beings. They appear to be indestructible, though they can sustain injury and pain. Angel versus devils.
Does how much I hate Pain and Panic factor into their power level?
No, sorry.
Ugh.
They are as powerful whether you like them or not.
All right.
The power of Bobcat Goldthwait cannot win you over, Jeff? No? Okay, he's shaking his head.
Unfortunately, I am unfamiliar with the minion characters, the Pain and Panic.
Mm-hmm.
They're very bumbling, shape-shifting imps. They're servants to Hades.
They work for Hades and Hercules. They can, but they can transform themselves into any shape or form. So,
yeah, still go with the Angel. Angel can become, can do things that any shape or form isn't going to.
Pain and Panic are very
becoming
base level henchmen.
Intangible
And
doesn't mean much, or doesn't mean that much can be done to you.
all right. Okay, so next up on the fighting field here is actually a pretty good matchup here. We've got two horned evildoers. The Horned King from the Black Cauldron, outwardly arrogant and narcissistic, desiring to become a god among mortal men. His abilities do not appear to be natural, needing the Black Cauldron to unleash an army of deathless warriors, dubbed the Cauldronborn. The Horned King has a vast army of trolls and dragons at his disposal. However, he's going up against someone else who has an army of trolls and dragons at her disposal, the dark fairy and mistress of all evil, Maleficent, who curses a baby out of spite because she wasn't invited to a birthday party, has the ability to shapeshift into a dragon, and is the only character in the Disney library to openly draw upon the powers of hell. Horned King versus Maleficent.
Powers of Hell, really?
She calls upon the powers of hell in the movie. Yeah.
It's dark.
Yeah.
It's a different time.
Yeah, you wouldn't hear that in Frozen, which is funny because in Hans Christian Andersen's Frozen, the Ice Queen, that's his only story where a character openly draws from the power of hell. It's the troll in the story, not Elsa. But
wouldn't one argue that Hades controls the power of, well, at least that mythology's hell?
Yeah, you could argue that, but it's not.
But that's not what we're doing right now.
We're going up against Horned King versus Maleficent here.
Gotcha.
They should date. They'd be happy together.
It'd be, yeah.
She
They look
would
like
be-
they're
she'd
meant
be-
for each other.
I'm unfortunately my lack of familiarity with either. I know them, right? And I've
Of
seen
course,
both the
yeah.
movies.
Yeah,
I'm just not familiar enough right now with them. Handicaps me to the point that I just got to go with the Tiny Toon logic, and I would say Maleficent.
Jeff, are you at least familiar with Maleficent? I'm sure you are.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Are you familiar with Black Cauldron and the Horned King?
I am not.
If there's any power to lean towards the Horned King's favor, he is voiced by John Hurt. Does that give him an edge?
Consideration.
Yeah. I mean, they are
Like
very.
John Hurt.
I mean, he basically has an undead army at his command.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
did you say Maleficent does as well?
She does have trolls
yeah.
and minions to herself.
I'm gonna go with Maleficent on this one.
if anything, I feel like Maleficent would wipe the Horned King out and then recruit all of his minions to herself, and then she'd have the cauldron
Take the cauldron.
and
Yeah.
she'd-
The Horned King has never given me game over after game over in Kingdom Hearts, so I'm gonna give this one to Maleficent.
Yeah, sorry, John Hurts. Rest in peace. Okay, this is a matchup I've been looking forward to here. Next up, Jafar, the royal vizier to the Sultan. Jafar has a magic staff he can use to hypnotize others, an understanding of very complex magic, which he uses to look through time and space to uncover the Cave of Wonders. A master of disguise and clearly unstable, power-hungry, and a madman. Also, a pretty solid punster. But he is going up against an interesting contender Beast's enchantress from Beauty and the Beast. Now this is going to play into a fan theory. The enchantress is a shapeshifter a shape-shifting enchantress who is able to not just alter a boy into a beast, cursing him to live his life in that form, but transfigures an entire castle of subjects into animate objects and wipe the memory of the castle and its ruler from an entire land. Additionally, she also bestows Beast with a magic mirror that he can see anywhere he'd like. I have one additional thing to add to this, but first, what do you guys feel about this matchup?
So we're going with Vizier Jafar, not Genie Jafar.
Vizier Jafar, yeah.
Okay.
So not. He does not have the lamp.
Okay.
Okay.
So Jafar is, pretty standard low to mid-level magic.
Mm-hmm.
I think his primary thing is hypnotizing people with his staff, which is required.
It's a classic, right? If it works.
If he doesn't have his staff, he can't hypnotize people.
Mm-hmm.
The Enchantress's powers, defined as you defined them.
Yeah, based on what we see in the film.
Yeah, they're still they're a lot more ambiguous than Jafar, who's clearly defined. His powers are pretty clearly defined.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, yeah, just based on ambitions of one compared to what the other shows they can do, I would say the Enchantress would win, because if Jafar had abilities that could compete at all,
his job would have been much easier, wouldn't it? That's a very good point. He sure had to put a lot of work into trying to do what he had to. And did have the genie under his command at one point.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to give this to the Enchantress.
Okay, cool.
Jafar had every opportunity and still failed. And if he had the powers that the Enchantress did, his job would have been a lot easier.
All right, so you're giving it to the Enchantress at that. Yep.
At that, yeah. But you did say you had something you wanted to add.
This is something I want you guys to... I'm giving it to the Enchantress for the win, but I want you to consider this for the future matchups here. There is a chance that the Enchantress from Beauty and the Beast is the Blue Fairy.
This is the fan theory that you mentioned earlier.
Yes, this is the fan theory. Think of what she does as the Blue Fairy in Pinocchio versus what the Enchantress does to Beast. It's both a morality lesson spell. She's transfiguring things from inanimate to animate. She's altering things into human beings, and it's very similar what these two women do. So there is a potential that the Blue Fairy is still in the game.
Well, that brings up a whole tangent of wanting to know this supposed Blue Fairy's chronology. Mm-hmm. Which came first, Pinocchio or Beauty and the Beast, then? Because
they are, if you want a quick Google search on when the time periods are, I could do that real quick. But
I'm just wondering about the sophistication of her magic lessons, because the servants in Beauty and the Beast, I don't know that they deserved to be turned into animate
that wasn't very nice
objects. Yeah.
Okay.
This might be an older version. She's grown bitter in her old age.
Yeah. Or a younger version where she's like, oh, that was the wrong thing to do.
Yeah. That could go that way. Could go that way too.
Instead of turning a very conscionable, moral person into a cricket to accompany this living puppet.
Yeah.
Let's just turn a cricket into a moral, conscionable being to follow him. Right.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a step up if you put them in that order.
Yeah. But I guess it depends on the order that you.
So as long as you establish the chronology, you're okay agreeing that this might still be the Blue Fairy, because she was bumped earlier on.
Honestly, either way, it just establishes the evolution of her mood, I guess.
So if you
Her
would
temperament?
like to know, Beauty and the Beast, the animated movie, does take place around 1740, according to the Disney Wiki, whereas Pinocchio is set in the 1900s. So that would mean that she was not very benevolent in Beauty and the Beast.
Just kind of blanketed her power everywhere. Enchantment.
And then she grew up and decided to be nicer about it. So,
all right.
Like, no reason Geppetto needs to be turned into something in this scenario.
All right, so we're getting to the Enchantress now. I'll let you guys decide. You guys can digest on that if you want to go with her being the blue fairy or not. And we'll move on to the next matchup in the mix here. Another devil of sorts. Cernabog from Fantasia, the beast of Bald Mountain fame. The Russian mythological entity summons an army of undead, though he is quickly contained by the dawn. And he is going head-to-head with King Triton, Greek demigod, brother of Poseidon, king of Atlantica, and lord of the sea. He wields the ability to control the oceans, blast energies from his Triton, and manipulate the weather, and he's able to turn mermaids into humans. Cernabog versus King Triton.
Hang on. King Triton is the brother of Poseidon?
Yes.
Poseidon is the brother of Zeus?
Yes.
Therefore, King Triton is the brother of Zeus.
Maybe they had different parents.
All right, fair enough.
The only information we have is that he is the brother of Poseidon.
Okay.
Cousin of Poseidon, brother of Poseidon. He's related to Poseidon in some fashion.
All right.
We will not do this. No, he's removed. Zeus was. I don't know what to tell you.
I would like to give Triton more credit here. Like, he could call upon an army of merfolk.
Yeah.
And he probably could, but really, he just seems more about the pageantry than actual.
He does make his whole
military
kingdom
force.
And all of his daughters perform a show about his greatness for all the kingdom to watch.
Yeah.
So you're not wrong about pageantry, that's for sure. He could have just grounded Ariel by like, I'm going to destroy your cove of things, Ariel.
So I'm giving it to
Cernabog here.
Cernabog. Yeah.
Jeff, how do you feel about Triton versus Cernabog?
That sounds good.
You going to the devil here?
Yep.
Yeah. All right. Okay.
Did we choose poorly?
No, I'm just surprised that you guys are deciding so quickly. Okay.
Well, we spent a lot of time on Peter Pan and Hades.
It's hard to support Triton after Jim badmouthed him so much.
All right. Okay, so next up we have the coachman from Pinocchio. This bad dude has been shown the ability to alter very beings of young boys into donkeys and also showed signs of potential demonic possession versus Henwen the pig. Though on her surface an ordinary pig, Henwen possesses ocular powers. She can look into flames and provide prophetic predictions or precognition of the future inspired by the gods as much of a form of divination. The devilish coachman versus a pig. The dude likes animals. I have a feeling this pig doesn't stand a chance.
Would she still have her powers if she was turned into a donkey?
Well, I mean, how good are her powers to see, hey, I can see that this evil coachman is going to skewer me. Run away.
Wouldn't it be essentially the gift of foresight and knowing what's going to happen in the future, knowing what could happen in the future, is potentially very powerful.
Okay.
How powerful if you're a pig, though? Like
her visions are very accurate. This is from the Black Cauldron.
If I'm a pig in a pen and I can see my future of being slaughtered for food,
yeah. So now
what can I do about that as a pig?
Get out of that pen.
Henwen does run away quite a bit in Black Cauldron. She's a slippery pig.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember liking that movie. I think I need to watch it
You
again.
should watch that movie.
And then I'll have to do this all over again.
And no, you'll just be like, wow, there's so much wasted potential in this movie. They should remake it.
Fantastic.
It sounds like you give a lot of respect to the pig's potential.
What? No, I'm just moderating here.
What a pig! What a pig!
What a pig!
Some pig.
That's some pig.
That's some pig.
Are you guys gonna give it a pig over the coachman here?
I really want to. No, the coachman is pretty.
He could potentially be a demon. Look at what he
Yeah.
does to his face here. He's like, I'm a devil. I'm not rooting for the coachman. I'm just saying I'm surprised you guys are so on the pig's side here.
I'm just trying to entertain the thought, but
Yeah,
you know,
Yeah.
I'll give it to the coachman.
yeah.
Coachman
I
it
think
is?
so.
Okay, cool. The evil witch, Snow White's stepmother from Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, the original evil stepmother. She has shown ability with dark arts, particularly in shape-shifting and poisoning fruits, versus In a wonderland of nonsense, there's no one more nonsensical than the Cheshire Cat's teleportation, invisibility, and omniscience. Can you stand on your head? The wacky cats.
Yeah, she is pretty self-defeatist, and what can she really do to the Cheshire Cat?
Mm-hmm.
The Cheshire Cat's just so crazy. Would he even be affected by anything that she could do to him?
I don't
the
think
wheels are
so.
turning over.
Yeah, I'm trying. I'm doing whatever
what's
I
on,
can.
What's on your mind,
Are you
Jim?
trying, you're trying to figure out how the witch can win, right?
Yeah, in any way, I can't. The Cheshire Cat to me is on the. He's a heavy hitter.
Yeah,
I think he belongs in the upper league, the heavyweight
Mm-hmm.
league. Whereas I don't think the evil queen
Stands a chance.
quite gets there.
I think she's certainly prone to madness, which the Cheshire Cat is very good
At
at
driving out of people.
driving out of people. I have to give this to the Cheshire Cat.
All right, cool. Cheshire Cat it is. All right, moving on. Seemingly absent-minded Cinderella's fairy godmother is able to transform animals into objects and objects into anything she desires, but apparently for only a few hours. Although this could be a restriction applied to this one particular case with Cinderella. Versus Mickey, the sorcerer's apprentice. Powerful sorcerer Yensid's apprentice Mickey steals his master's hat and loses control of a broom.
I think it's pretty straightforward.
Pretty straightforward fairy godmother, right? I mean,
Yeah.
Mickey,
you know,
Is
everybody
is it
loves
also
Mickey, but
a part of the fan theory that this fairy godmother is also the blue fairy?
No, I don't particularly. I mean, that was thrown out to us when we did Cinderella that it might still be that this could also be the blue fairy.
Okay.
But oh shoot, you know what? Wings, and she uses a wand. Man, is this blue fairy the fairy godmother?
What
she's
if
wearing a blue-
everyone in this tournament is
the blue
actually
fairy.
the blue fairy?
Oh.
Right? It all goes back there. They're all the genie.
All right, let's move into the semifinals here, okay? We're back to the top of the round here. We have Lord Hades versus the Gargoyles.
Hades.
I mean, do
Hades.
we need to
Right? Like
have a
they,
discussion?
I
Hades
know that
basically-
we gave the gargoyles the to the irritation,
Yes.
but they don't have the wherewithal and magical antagonism that Peter Pan did.
Yeah.
And I would say that the gargoyles, annoying as they are not nearly as annoying as Pain and Panic,
And he's
which
able to-
Hades is already used to and has them as servants.
Okay.
Is it worth noting though? Like we put a lot of thought into Jose
Karaoke.
Carioca's cartoon abilities, and it was mentioned that these gargoyles have
Limited
version of the
yeah.
cartoon abilities.
Yeah, I don't think they have enough to even compare to
Okay.
Looney Tunes level of. They get it in
Alright.
one song, like they show some cartoon abilities. Contextual
Okay.
cartoon abilities.
Hades.
Yeah, I give that to Hades.
Okay, cool. Good, because I hate those gargoyles, especially Jason Alexander. Yeah. All right, next up we have Flora, Fauna, Merryweather, the three fairies versus Zeus.
I think this one goes to Zeus. I think as powerful as the little fairies are, their bumblingness really starts
their
to show.
defeat.
Really starts to show in this fight.
I think that
I think Zeus is gonna stay pretty on top of this one.
Yeah, Zeus would be rather amused by them. I think just a lot of just blasting them. Yeah, Jim, do you have any objection to this?
I concur.
You could. All right, next up, Madam Mim versus the genie.
Oh boy.
Ooh.
So now, I mean, this almost comes down to evil versus good.
Kind of. I think the genie,
Yeah,
right?
I think the genie.
She hates sunshine.
And he could just bring sunshine into the mix.
Yep.
I hate it. Really, just taking
Yep.
out Mim like that, huh?
Well,
I didn't want to.
not
I really
just
thought
like
she was
that.
gonna-
I mean, Genie's one of the heaviest hitters here.
Is
Yeah.
this at least a long fight? Or does Genie just
Probably not as long as we want it to be.
okay?
Yeah.
But right, it's going to be a matter of stumbling upon one of those things that Mim doesn't like
Mm-hmm.
for Genie to then start exploiting it.
Mim does cheat too.
It's a good point.
She's able to set the rules and immediately starts cheating with Merlin.
And by his own rules, the genie can't kill.
Yes.
And if you can't kill, like if you're already handicapping yourself to not kill Mim, that means she's never going to be out of the fight.
However,
Merlin did not
you corner
kill
her.
Mim
No,
either.
until you corner her with.
Merlin
with one of
defeats
her-
her with being sick. He gets her sick, and sunlight as well is also something she hates. I think this is like a more even match than you realize.
Yeah, I think so.
But I mean,
I think it still goes to the genie.
in the grand scheme
Agreed.
of things, he does still have the phenomenal cosmic power. So, okay, genie it is. Moving on to the next round. We are back to Jose Carioca versus Yensid. Now, Yensid has shown no tolerance for cartoon tomfoolery
It's true.
from his apprentice or those brooms.
Yeah, he doesn't really have a lot of patience.
If
for
I
that.
remember Jose Carioca though, his versions of those cartoonish, goofy elements is rather sophisticated.
True.
And I feel like he would manage. He could possibly manage to fluster and embarrass Yensid.
Just annoy him into submission.
Sort of.
Jensen's powers are pretty ambiguous, right? I mean,
Yeah,
they don't-
it's not clearly defined exactly what he can do.
it's.
Nor
I mean, in
is
terms
Jose.
of what we see he can do, we know he can make disobedient brooms become obedient.
He can undo broken magic.
He also has makes butterflies out of thin air. That's nice, right?
He does.
Yeah.
I mean, really, you're talking about someone who's clearly a powerful sorcerer,
Sorcerer. Evil sorcerer.
versus cartoon shenanigans.
Okay. All right. So we're sticking with.
I would
Yensid.
give this one to
I don't
Jensen.
know.
Okay.
What do you think, Jim?
I don't know.
Jim's not sure about this one. Huh?
Cartoon shenanigans can take you pretty far, right? I mean, Cheshire Cat, we were just saying, is pretty phenomenally powered,
Mm-hmm.
and his abilities are pretty on par with cartoon powers.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think I'd say he's. In Carioca versus Cheshire, I'd put Cheshire higher on the powers map.
Okay.
Agreed with that.
Yeah.
I just have a really hard time seeing Jose just get zapped like that.
I think this would be a good long fight, but in the end,
Probably not as long as I'm thinking.
Yeah, Yensid just. I mean.
Okay. I relent.
You relent.
Yensid.
Okay.
Yensid
All right.
takes it.
Well, now we're going evil versus supposedly benevolent. We have Maleficent versus Beast Enchantress.
Mm.
Now, Maleficent does prove herself flappable, having been annoyed by those three fairies.
Maleficent calls upon the power of hell, right?
Correct. Yes.
That does not mean it is intrinsic to her.
Mm.
And that, I think, is an important distinction, because the Enchantress, as far as we can tell, even connecting it back to the Blue Fairy, is intrinsically magical.
Mm-hmm.
So you're giving the Enchantress an edge here.
Yes.
Because she has the ability within her. Maleficent.
It's just natural to her.
Maleficent does appear to have natural abilities before she ever even calls upon the powers of hell. She basically levels up. You know, like in Power Rangers, they always fought
Sure.
the guy on the ground, then he got really big.
Yeah.
When she
does
calls
that.
upon the power of hells, that's when she goes
Yeah.
big. So she does have abilities. It's not she doesn't need to call upon the powers of hell to start things off.
Okay.
Yeah, Maleficent seems like she has a pretty high ceiling,
Yeah.
pretty high power ceiling, whereas we're not sure where that is
Then again, when it
with
comes
the Enchantress.
down to taking out a kingdom,
Maleficent's ego is going to get in the way.
and the fairies were the ones who put everyone to sleep. Maleficent only knocked out Aurora, and the fairies put the kingdom to sleep. The Maleficent wrapped it in vines, whereas
Mhm.
the Enchantress wiped out everyone's memory of a kingdom even existing.
Yeah.
Just because a little boy wouldn't let her in.
What a nice.
Think about that lesson.
Who's the evil one
Who's
here?
the evil? Yeah. Slighted by a boy who wouldn't let her into her home.
Which seems kind of petty.
And Maleficent wasn't invited to a party.
It's beyond petty. What's the
What's-
lesson we're
who wins-
taught?
who wins the
don't
petty-
Let, don't
who
let
wins the petty
strangers in
battle?
your house.
Yeah, did the little boy, little I think his name's Adam. Did he do anything wrong here? I don't think so. He didn't let a
He
crazy
did what his
old-
parents said. Parents weren't home. Don't let
Don't let
strangers
strangers
in.
in the house.
Never mind that he had a house full of servants.
Why
Never
were they
mind.
answering the door? So Maleficent or the Blue Fairy? Or, she's the Enchantress. I don't mean to...
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Sure, even if it is the same character, we can still argue for this form of the character.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I say Enchantress.
Jeff, what do you-
Maybe that's just my partiality toward potentially good characters.
Jeff, what do you say?
This is a close one, but I'll give it to the Enchantress.
You going Enchantress too? Oh man,
Yep.
you guys are surprising me here. Surprising the fans even.
I think my guess is Maleficent probably has some fan favorites. She has the power of fan favorites.
Yeah, she definitely wins the fan battle. But
Right.
no, I like
Batman power.
Yeah,
Batman wins because he's
Batman. Batman wins against anybody if he has time to prepare. I think that's the general argument for Batman.
Okay. That's fair. Yeah.
So, side note: if we're putting Batman against any of these people, if he has time to prepare,
Then he wins.
he wins.
Okay, let me just get next up on the matchup. We have Cernabog versus the Coachman. Cernabog, the evil hell beast, versus maybe some sort of demon devil guy who likes to kidnap kids and turn them into donkeys. Really sold one over the other, didn't I?
I think Cernabog.
Yeah, I think this one's pretty easy. Although now I can't get the idea of Cernabog as a donkey out of my head
Like turning him into a donkey.
with giant demonic
evil
wings
donkey.
and horns.
All right.
Hee-haw of doom. Wait until dawn.
All right. The Cheshire Cat versus the Fairy Godmother. Once again, under the possible stipulation that the Fairy Godmother might be the Blue Fairy.
Oh, man. That's a rough one.
Fairy Godmother can transform a couple things for a couple of hours, or at least that's the extent to which she shows her powers.
Yeah.
She seems largely, benevolent and just kind of playful, and I'm gonna help this person out with my perhaps very limited magical abilities.
Okay, sure. Remind me, I very well could just be forgetting. What can the Cheshire Cat do magically to anyone else?
If memory serves, he doesn't do anything to anyone else.
Yeah.
He only manipulates himself.
I believe that somebody with magical ability could possibly contain that.
Lock him out
I
of
did
doing
not even take that into
anything.
consideration. That is very fair.
Yeah, no, that's a good point.
Huh.
Right, so his invisibility, discombobulation, all of those types of things, I think when going up against someone like the Fairy Godmother, could easily be
Contained.
Yeah.
Nice. So, Fairy Godmother for the win, huh?
I think so.
Oh, okay. All right, well, this next matchup is fun. We have Hades versus Zeus.
Hey, how convenient.
We will limit this to the actual movie versions of these characters. The only reason Hades loses is because of Hercules.
Yeah.
And Hercules has been eliminated.
Yeah.
Hades did also win because of his plan, which involved using the Titans to assault Mount Olympus. So if they're going one-on-one, this isn't really something that we have a record of.
Well, one-on-one, I haven't seen the movie,
Yeah.
but I'm going to purport one-on-one, the God of Gods with his lightning bolt is going to be able to beat Hades, even with his fire powers.
And really, if Hades even thought that he stood a chance one-on-one against Zeus, he would have done it himself.
A long time ago?
Instead of
Oh,
crafting
man.
a plan over 16 years or whatever it was to wait for the planets to align, to amass all these magical creatures, and then summon the Titans. I'm gonna give this one to Zeus.
All right, giving it to Zeus. Hades is out of the picture. Zeus is still in. Next, we have Genie versus Yensid, the sorcerer.
Oh boy,
Genie.
I
think we've buffed Yensid up pretty well. I don't think it's like super. Well, actually, I do think the Genie beats him.
Yeah.
Not like he doesn't like swat him like a fly.
Right.
Sure.
But
I mean, let's be real. You gotta give Yensid the benefit of the doubt because his powers aren't very clearly demonstrated
sure,
or defined.
but then how far do you go? Because I could give the benefit of the doubt he has the ability to entrap the genie in something like a lamp.
Sure. And at that point, I mean, where do you draw the line?
Yeah.
Because when his powers aren't clearly defined, you just if you're just assuming that he's the most powerful sorcerer that's ever been, and his powers aren't clearly defined, then he really has no ceiling.
Yeah.
And I can't give him that much of a benefit of the doubt.
Well, right. We
the
also
fact that
need to start looking for other signifiers.
Mm-hmm.
His magic is in thing. It's not just that he has all of this magic literally at his fingertips. It is wrapped up in a lot of other things like his hat and books and things like that.
Spells and whatnot, where the
genie
isn't really bound by anything.
Right. He uses half of it just for like visual jokes that Aladdin isn't even going to get.
It's for our benefit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Genies. The genie is aware of an audience that nobody else in the world even sees.
Hypothetical genie enchants a bunch of brooms to bring back bad memories and drive Yensid insane.
With post-traumatic stress. Okay, genie for the win.
Aha, Yensid finally becomes out-cartooned.
Yeah, he did go up against cartoon after cartoon, didn't he? All right, well, here's another interesting matchup. We've moved on to Merlin versus Beast's Enchantress.
Ooh.
All right, so now we've also gone to the extent of buffing up Beast's Enchantress to get her this far.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
You have another character whose powers aren't, clearly defined like Merlin's are.
Yeah.
At least not defined to the extent that Merlin's powers are.
Yeah.
My gut says Merlin on this.
Yeah.
I think we have done a lot of buffing to the Enchantress and giving her a lot of credit, but Merlin is demonstrably very powerful.
Yeah, I could see Jim over here. Every time I see you thinking
it's
like, how do I make the underdog win?
Yeah. I think that's the only fair way to approach these because, even right now, are we giving it to Merlin because we feel we've given it to the Enchantress too many times now? If she truly did deserve those wins, I don't want to take away another one because out of some sort of sense,
she's won too much.
Some sort
of
sense of fairness or something.
Let's consider her powers again. She's able to manipulate people and objects into people. Merlin can too. They have practically equal
What
powers.
is the scope?
The scope of what Merlin can do?
The scope of those powers, right? Because again, the Enchantress manipulated the minds of an entire country.
Mm-hmm.
Not just this countryside, not just this palace, castle, and the surrounding country, because it would have taken the entire French, right?
Mm-hmm.
French government, right?
Where
did this one kingdom, or not kingdom, but this dukedom, whatever, where did that go? It was basically blotted out of the entire national system.
Europe.
Yeah.
Well, I did not think of it to that extent before, but you do make a fair point. If we're using that as a demonstration of her ability.
Or
I would say that Merlin would have a resilience to any sort of mind manipulation.
I agree. That is
magic.
where the Enchantress's really. I think that's why she came ahead in the other ones so well, is because of her ability to trick. Whereas I don't think Merlin would fall for the. Strangely, I'm going to say it's because of his absent-mindedness that allows him to not fall for tricks.
Because he can, okay. And I suppose if we want to take into account that Merlin can travel through time and space, he might be able to find an easier place to beat her.
That's true.
An easier time to beat her.
Mm-hmm.
So if we want to
perhaps
sell it,
when she was the Blue Fairy.
Yeah. So Merlin for the win?
I'm giving it to Merlin.
Jim? You seem reluctant.
Yeah, I'll give it to Merlin.
Okay. All right, next matchup, Cernabog versus Fairy Godmother. Cinderella's Fairy Godmother versus the Devil of Bald Mountain. Now we have two weird handicaps here. Her powers may or may not be limited by time. So are his. He's only good at night. She could wait him out.
Possibly. Right?
Yeah.
Because if hers end at midnight and his end at dawn,
Yeah. Oh, so then he would have,
He would have the
last
advantage.
just a little bit longer. Is that the deciding factor? that hurts at
We're
midnight?
getting deep on it. It depends on what part of the world you're in.
We're
If you're-
in this
if you're
part of the world. We're
closer to one of the poles,
We're
then
strictly
day
where the
day doesn't
football
last as long.
field, where the football field is located. When it strikes midnight, does her magic end? And he can stick it out till sunrise?
I don't know. These.
I'm asking you.
Well, I'm going to argue that the fairy godmother's magic is not limited to midnight.
Mm-hmm.
She put that on the things she enchanted, with a couple exceptions, because the glass slipper did not disappear and was a result of magic. Now you could say that it was formed by magic and then it itself was not magical.
Yeah.
But that's boring. So I say it is a magical shoe.
Sure.
Yeah, and thus proof her magic is not limited to midnight.
Nice.
But is she stronger than Cernabog?
He does have an army of undead.
She can turn mice into...
Oh, so she could turn the entire undead army into mice, or turn
that
mice
way.
into an army for her.
Yeah.
Of horses? I mean, come on.
Are you saying a giant army of horses couldn't trample an army of undead? There's a reason cavalry's
I mean, what context of undead are we talking about here?
It was just little ghostly
Talking just
little, like,
slow Walking
Pain and
Dead
Panic.
zombies?
He has a whole army of Pain and Panic.
Oh, don't bring up Pain and Panic, because you know who I'm going to give it to if you bring up Pain and Panic.
Oh, man. I think I want to say Blue Fairy now.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I think you want to say Blue Fairy too, right?
I mean, if you're giving Chernobog an army of Pain and Panics, yeah. Don't want to see that win.
Well, I mean, they're ghosts.
Well, are they? Well, what are they? Are they undead as in like raised dead? Are they undead as in ghosts?
They're intangible. They're ghosts.
They are intangible. Okay, so they're like the ghost army from Lord of the Rings.
Yes, yeah.
Which was a pretty badass army. I don't know if that army could easily be transmogrified the way Blue Fairy transmogrifies things.
Mm-hmm.
And no matter how big she made those mice, they're not going to trample ghosts.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So now you're leaning towards Cernabog.
Now that I know that they're ghosts, yeah.
Jeff, where were you?
Cernabog.
Well,
Yeah,
Jim?
I'm really sorry.
bye, Blue Fairy.
Maybe.
No, Fairy Godmother.
Potential Blue Fairy.
Sorry, yeah, the potential Blue Fairy. That was.
But that was the last, the Blue Fairy's been...
There's a little Blue Fairy in all of us.
No, that Fairy Godmother just lost.
Sorry, Fairy Godmother. So they're blue. They're fairies. They are what they are. Okay. Right.
One could also, if we are going to make them all the same character, we could also say it's unfair that this one character is in there has multiple entries into the contest.
Yes, this is true. She did cheat.
Disqualified.
Disqualified. Zeus versus Genie.
Oh, jeez.
We got some heavy hitters here. I mean, Genie has been pretty unstoppable at this point, but now he's going up against a god. Phenomenal cosmic powers versus a power from the cosmics.
Cosmos.
Cosmos. That's not a word.
My bad.
Okay.
Zeus versus Genie.
Zeus throws lightning bolt at Genie.
Mm-hmm.
Lightning bolt does nothing because Genie lets it pass through him or turns it into a balloon.
He'd get zapped by it. You'd see Genie's skeleton for a second, and you'd go, "Whoa! Now I'm awake."
And you would make some
he'd pop
quip,
back,
some Robin Williams quip.
He would suddenly he'd get zapped, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then he'd turn into John Coffey for a split second and be like, "It hurts, boss," and then he'd attack. That's from Green Mile. That's electricity.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Bad reference?
No, that's the one everyone thinks of.
Okay. We're just giving it to Genie, aren't we?
Oh, man.
The rip-torn Zeus is taken out by Robin Williams' Genie.
I mean, you mentioned at the very beginning when we first had Genie that he would be a potential that we might need to nerf him.
Let me try. Yeah, no kidding. He throws the lightning bolt. Mm-hmm. And Genie dodges it and says, "If you can dodge a lightning bolt, you can."
and then Zeus's head just explodes because it can't can't comprehend the meta,
there
right?
we go. Yeah. Genie for the win.
Yeah,
Yeah.
gotta give it to Genie.
All right, we're down. Okay, Merlin versus Cernabog. The Devil of Bald Mountain with his minion army versus Merlin. Travels through time and space. Foresight. Ability to turn into different creatures and shapes.
Yeah, that Doctor Who stuff is pretty powerful. I think I gotta go with Merlin.
He could turn into Cernabog, essentially, and
Yeah.
fight him.
Or he could just pop into Dawn.
Oh, God, yeah.
Just become the sun.
Archimedes, what was the spell for? He's just Cernabog's army's just chasing Merlin around. He's like hiked up his little robe. And he's like, I'm gonna have some fun. I'm gonna turn into the sun. There you go. Yeah.
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 Okay. Well, then I think this now's the question here. The final round. This is it, guys. It's come down to the greatest wizard of all time versus the genie of the magic lamp with all of his powers. Or no, he's post-lamp.
But this is post-lamp
Post-lamp.
Genie.
Yeah,
so.
versus
Dan
Merlin.
Castellaneta Genie.
Dan Castellaneta genie versus Merlin.
I mean, we say post-lamp. From what I can tell, that was just so that we didn't have to deal with the conundrum of how is he summoned for the battle.
Right.
Does he lose any power when he's post-lamp?
I don't think so.
There's no evidence that he did.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he's still.
If anything, he
genie.
gained the power to not be bound by a master.
Yeah.
So
His freedom. He got his freedom. Yeah. So we have someone who now Merlin will get all the references Genie makes.
It's true.
he will.
All right. So
Very good
there's a
point.
pretty good matchup here because Merlin might. Oh, I know that one. I knew Ed Sullivan, and you, sir, are no Ed Sullivan.
I've heard fan theories messing with the timeline for Aladdin, suggesting the genie, suggesting Aladdin takes place in the far-flung future.
Right, because Genie says he was been in the lamp for 10,000 years.
Yeah. But that also suggests the genie doesn't, despite having cosmic powers, does not have time travel. Time travel's a big deal, you guys.
It is.
It's a really big deal.
Yeah. Once you throw time travel into something, all bets are kind of off.
Perhaps that's why the genie was caught in the lamp for 10,000 years, because Merlin put him
did
there.
it? Oh!
Oh.
Oh my gosh! Could that be?
I think I got to side with Merlin here.
Oh my gosh!
Time travel is a
Like-
very good point.
So Merlin
Like
took
that absent-mindedness thing of just trying to remember the thing to do is the only chance the genie has.
he would get him before he could remember the
Yeah.
spell.
Has Genie ever traveled through time aside from being timeless in his pop culture references?
There's no indication of it because
No indication of him actually having traveled through time.
like at the end of Aladdin, he throws on a goofy hat and a Hawaiian shirt and some golf clubs, and he's going to go to Disneyland, right? But is that him just making a reference, or is he actually going to go to Disneyland? There's no evidence to suggest that he actually will physically travel through time. Even, and again, I hate to draw from the sequels, he could go anywhere, and he comes back to Agrabah to hang out with Aladdin. That's the cartoon series. Is Genie just decides, hey, do you know what I'm going to do with my freedom? Stay here, because
Yeah, well,
I never had a friend like you, and that was an Aladdin reference.
I caught that.
You know what makes references really good? When you tell
When-
people. Merlin versus the Genie. Is Merlin the one who trapped the Genie?
is time? Are we saying time travel is the edge here?
Because
It's feeling like it to
Merlin
me.
could
I mean, you could. Let's be real.
Okay, let's
both
try
of
going
these
the other
both
way.
of these people are crazy, insanely powerful, and you could argue it ad nauseum, right? So like you have to
Well,
draw
do-
the
do
line
me-
somewhere, and you have to give someone an edge
Sure.
somewhere. So if we're saying that time travel is the edge, then yes, I would lean towards Merlin.
What could the genie do to Merlin? What is the argument for Genie?
Anything. We've
Wouldn't-
established that the genie's powers are near limitless, aside from the rules that
That
have been mentioned.
he's put upon himself?
Or
he can't make people fall in love. He won't bring people back from the dead, and he can't kill anybody.
Can't kill anybody.
No,
Twice.
no. Does he say can't kill?
Yes.
Yes.
He said, rule number 1:
Can't.
make anyone fall in love. Mwah. Rule number 2: can't kill anyone. It's not hard to ask. Rule number 3: I can't bring people back from the dead. I don't like doing it. It's not a pretty sight.
See, that
I'm
line
gonna
right
go
there,
on
I
record
don't
and
like
think
doing
that
it
you switched 1 and 2.
I did.
Okay.
So no fan is like no one.
I got it. Yeah.
This just went a little longer than I thought. I'm getting tired. If I make the edge for, I want to make the edge for Merlin one more time. In his time traveling, time manipulation, he doesn't even need to travel through time. He can reverse time.
That's true.
So like right in front of him, if Genie's like rushing at him, he can just rewind Genie. I mean, he could rewind Genie back into the lamp.
Potentially.
But it's all a matter of can he remember the spells in time to defeat Genie. Ooh, what a matchup, folks! What a matchup. 2 men in blue.
Well,
Just
if I
facial
understand Merlin's self correctly, even with the absent-mindedness, he would be able to do it because he's. If we extend the to further parts of Merlin outside of, I believe, just Sword and Stone, he is the man he is the man out of time, or he's living backwards.
Yes.
Which means he would know what the genie was going to do.
True, and
without even using his time powers.
His foresight is proven in Sword and Stone as well. You don't even have to look outside the film that he's able to see things before they happen, because though it's not said in the film, it is implied he is living backwards.
Merlin,
everyone.
I mean, despite the genie having nearly anything available to him, Merlin has anything +1.
Anything +1. Well, that settles it then. That was our Wizards Duel. It comes down to Merlin, who wouldn't kill, but he may be the one who trapped the genie in the lamp to begin with, eh?
May I ask an addendum, maybe?
Sure.
Can we think of anyone who may have been eliminated in a different fight that would have been able to defeat Merlin?
Well, let's just go down I'll zip through this real quick because we have gone a little longer than I anticipated. We have Hercules. So I'll go from the bottom to the top from the fans. So far, we have had 233 people have played this bracket for us so far. Okay. At the bottom of the list, the first one eliminated was Hercules, which is very odd to me because Henwen the Pig is above him. Jose Carioca, Mickey the Sorcerer's Apprentice, Johnny's Angel, the Horned King at number 27, Peter Pan at 26, the Beast Enchantress, people clearly did not think what we thought, at 25, Triton. Grandmother Willow beat all of them. The old tree
See,
lady.
I'm telling you.
What don't
people
we
are
know?
People are assuming some sort of other hidden power that we're just not seeing.
Oh, God.
There's some deep analysis of that movie
The
somewhere that people know about that we
she
don't.
must have the power of nature and the afterlife, right?
Yes. So Cheshire Cat, Rafiki has defeated all of those contenders. Rafiki beat a god.
How?
I don't know. Maybe by popularity alone. Mad Madam Mim at number 20. The Blue Fairy. The Three Fairies.
Oh, Mim's that low?
Yeah. Look how low this is. 17 is Merlin.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. The Gargoyles at 16.
The Gargoyles beat Merlin.
This is just by the votes of the fans and the listeners. Pain and Panic at 15. Jafar. Mushu the Dragon. The Coachman. Ursula. Number 10, Zeus. All right, here's our top 10. Zeus, Evil Witch, Magic Carpet is at number 8.
The power of...
I guess magic is right in its name.
Fairy Godmother, Tinkerbell. Number 5, Yensid the Sorcerer. Maleficent at number 4. Hades at number 3. Cernabog at number 2. And the Genie is number 1 with a whole lot of votes to his name.
Where was Yensid in that?
Yensid was number 5 in the top 5.
Got it.
I think Yensid versus Merlin would have been a pretty good fight if we were able to anticipate or
it's about as even as you can get.
Yeah,
Sorcerer versus sorcerer.
Old man versus old man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Might they even be one and the same?
No,
because
one's named
That's fair.
Merlin.
Oh, and the other is not.
Yensid.
I think Merlin would have been more amused by Mickey's antics than Sid was.
Well, if
You would've
you
taught
were
him.
to entertain this idea, the character is changed through the point of view of different characters. So from Arthur, he's the bumbling old man, but from Mickey's point of view, he's a very serious.
They do both have blue pointy hats.
It's true.
Yeah.
And everyone knows Merlin. It's just his real name backwards. It's Nilrem.
Nilrem. All right. Well, I am definitely interested to hear what the listeners have to say about this. The bracket is up on our Facebook page, facebook.com/topshelfpod. It's going to be up for a month, so feel free to dive into it, and you can vote as many times as you want, once a day. So you can go back and vote again later. We can do this all over again if we want. We won't. I mean, I will. I'll keep voting just to get Mickey up there. But Jim, Jeff, thank you for that. Was that
Thank you.
Was that
Thank
fun?
you.
Did you guys like matching these up?
I did.
Yeah.
I was surprised. I was
Yeah.
not expecting Merlin to emerge the victor.
Yeah. I really thought Genie had it. To tell you the truth.
He came close.
He came really close.
I expected
It was a
Cheshire
tough
Cat
battle.
to get further,
Now-
and then I went and argued him down. I can't believe I did that.
Now, as much fun as it is to see these in bracket form, I have been wishing for this. I've been just putting it out there in the universe. I want a 2D animated Street Fighter version of this,
Oh sure,
right?
yeah.
With all the magic users. Some of them, like Peter Pan, could be a fighting character who has Tink as a sidekick.
Sure.
Sure.
Hercules could have Pegasus. Like, give me a Marvel versus Capcom style of the Wizards Duel, please.
You hear that, Disney?
Yeah, come on, Disney, get with it. That's why I keep hashtagging you and all these. Now, we will do this again in the future. We're not going to do this again until we reach the end. We have several more magic users coming down the pipe for the next 20 films. And then we'll have one more Wizards Duel. I don't know if we'll do another bonus episode like this. This was just to fill in the slot while Jeff was out for the week and not leave you guys hanging. But again, thank you guys for coming in. Like I mentioned, you can hit us up on the Facebook page, or if you want to tweet at me, you can Twitter page at me at TC's Big Head, or send Jeff Bell some love at Random Bell. We will be back next week with our next standard episode, but this was fun. So,
It was.
Any final words, guys? Anything you want to say?
It was fun. Yeah, it was a good time.
You guys were nervous. You silly gooses. All right. Well, thank you all for joining me. Thank you all for listening and making this lively debate. With that said, this was a podcast. We were the voices you were listening to, and this is a sign-off.